I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all-the-time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we are taking a closer look at Deathstroke issue number 31 as the Dark Knight and the Terminator continue their battle over the true parentage of Damian Wayne. Things really start to heat up. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop on in together and find out. Alrighty then, so as we join the book, we see Deathstroke going about his 9 to 5 as the DC Universe's most sought-after super assassin. His newest job has brought him to the Middle East. But not just any part of the Middle East, the fictional country where he first got his start as a mercenary and where he picked up his trademark broadsword. His jet gets shot down over hostile territory, and we get a very cool scene wherein Deathstroke must not only save his life, which is easy to do considering he has an icon suit and a healing factor, but also save Wintergreen, his buddy, whom is both old and fragile as well as lacking in a healing factor. Now, Slade jumps to the conclusion that this must be Batman making good on his threat to stop up his business until the whole Damian stuff gets resolved. But the truth, as we discover in this backwards narrative thanks to Christopher Priest, is actually a lot more complex than at first it seems. You see, we check back on in with Bruce Wayne in Gotham City, who is doing some research on Deathstroke. He learns about his very sad family history as well as the experiment that gave him his superpowers in the first place. Bruce doesn't actually believe Deathstroke is Damian's dad, but he believes this whole plot is part of a much bigger conspiracy. A conspiracy that's only getting bigger and bigger by the moment. You see, Commissioner Gordon comes to Bruce Wayne and tells him that one of his company's very advanced prototype chips just got stolen. This chip would be worth a bundle on the black market, and apparently the Russians, the Koreans, the Chinese are already vying for it. What's cool about this is that Bruce decides to untangle this mystery not as Batman to out his connection to Gordon, but actually as Bruce Wayne strong-arming the trigger man of the robbery. The guy in question is an absolute dolt. Bruce decides to let him keep his take of the heist in exchange for outing who hired him. It was a woman, actually, a woman with a Russian-sounding accent. This woman turns out to be Deathstroke's long-suffering wife, who always seems to be at the center of everything that goes wrong in his life. Only this time, what a twist, she's not actually the one behind the whole Damian parentage thing. In fact, she's not even the one who shot down Deathstroke's plane. That was, and wait for this, Wintergreen and Alfred. Yeah, remember in the first issue we retconned it to say these two have always been friends? Yeah, it seems that they're trying to quote-unquote save their respective masters from themselves, although this plan of theirs is really getting away from them pretty quickly. Now, after the plane crash, Deathstroke had lost his sword. He comes face to face with the person who took it right as the comic begins to wind down, and it's revealed to be dun-dun-dun Talia al Ghul, who it would seem actually knows Slade Wilson quite well and says that they need to talk about their son, but probably not Damian as the comic ends. So that was Deathstroke number 31, everybody, and overall I am enjoying this story. In fact, I'm probably enjoying this second issue a lot more than the first part of this arc now that I actually know what Christopher Priest is doing. It seems that much like Priest's other big work, The Lazarus Contract, the marketing isn't doing this story any favors by essentially focusing on one of the smallest aspects of it, that being who is Damian's true father. The answer is it doesn't really matter. What matters is this greater conspiracy, who's behind it, who wants Batman and Deathstroke to clash against each other and maybe even kill one another. By far though, the best bit I actually have to say is the stuff with Jericho and Robin. They're kind of, you know, giving an interview style talk to the reader, wherein they juxtapose Batman and Deathstroke as fathers, saying how neither one is perfect and yet both at the same time kind of had these surprising things about them that you wouldn't expect. It's also cool to see a story where Christopher Priest focuses more on the Bruce Wayne character than the Batman character. You don't get that a heck of a lot. It's an issue that definitely offers more questions than answers, but overall it was pretty solid. I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. So that's Deathstroke, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, be sure to take a closer look at some of these other videos I've been working on. Then you can follow me on social media at Cape Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I'm doing next. And until next time, everyone, this has been Cape Joel. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye-bye.